suckered into some stuff or whatever because of the people that sit over here or whatever. Well, this is the same fucking day or the exact next day that he pulls the bullshit that he did in that room by setting me up or whatever. So when he didn't ever name my name, but he named like Brian's name, and there was a couple other names. I feel like he named Katie's. He named Katie's that by sitting over here with us, and those were the names that he would name off. But you know, when Jeremy messaged me 2 days ago or whatever, asking me, he had asked me, shit. Okay, so the day that I went to get my hair cut, but when I was in the bathroom, I said I'm going to mute because I'm going to take a phone call. He had texted me, told me that he was going to call me on Facebook, him and a few others, and it was, it wasn't for the app. Well, now I look back and I feel like that phone call was used as to kind of get some information, because I wasn't trying to offer a lot, but I know there was some that just simple answers that, you know what I mean? Well, because the other 3 people, I mean, all of them really, I mean, they're not people that I talk to on day-to-day, but I know how it is when something happens to somebody and you want to reach out and just ask, hey, whatever. But the day that shit happened, and I sent him the recording of the man stating what he stated in that screen recording, he said, I can't believe that shit. I won't be sitting with her. Well, then he sent me another text and asked me if she was like showing him in live or whatever. I said, it's just the fucking point of just being a decent human being and da-da-da-da. Well, when he come in that day, he fucking railroaded me, telling people that my mugshot was out there, my record was out there, my charges, and I said, well, I'll help y'all out. I only got 1 charge, and I just fucking recently got it. Another thing is, Alabama does not release domestic violence mugshots. So for him to sit up there and say that my mugshot was out there.
And if it was, somebody would have done posted that.
Oh, yeah, trust me. I even dug and dug and dug and dug. It's not there. But they're not going to release that because that's just how it works in Alabama. And for him to sit up there and say that was fucking wrong. For him to sit up there and say the county, even though Kimberly has it posted, I don't give a damn. Don't do that. Like, and you, like, before, like, it was like a total flip of a switch, and I was fucking confused. But I was not going to sit up there and argue with a man about fucking domestic violence. And I wasn't going to tell him, no, Alabama does not give out domestic violence mugshots. But I wasn't going to sit up there and argue because we all know how the hell he is. And I was not in the fucking mood. So I just left. And oh my God. So I don't know. I can't remember if it was that same night. I feel like it was that same night. Or no, I feel like it was, because I feel like I was holding alive when Big Bill was holding alive or something, because I was glad that I wasn't having to try to figure out where I was going or whatever. So, Big Bill had alive, and Jeremy and them was in it, and Pam was in it, and like I said, she had made, that was her answer to the question or whatever. So when I hear that and I play it back in my head, I'm just wondering, when he's naming out, when he's saying the people over here, and he's naming a couple of names, and then he kind of stops, like, is he referring to everyone? Because he's kind of went back and forth on shit. Like, he even sent me a text the other day when Brian was in my live, when he was like, well, I ain't gonna repeat what it said, but I'm just saying, he sent me a text while Brian was in here and was like, why you're letting him sit over there and talk shit? Look, I'm not going to stop anybody from, because that shit does not work. It does not work. And when you try to stop somebody from saying shit, they're going to get upset, especially if they're in the fucking heat of the moment. And I know that Jeremy has said to my bosses and said shit about women, and I have said, hey, listen, y'all don't hold me responsible for what he says.
Yeah, we stay out of their business. Yes. and don't get involved, because why are we going to hurt?
Exactly.
Because there's so much wishy-washy going on. You don't know who's friends with who from day to day. We don't need to stay in nobody else's business.
So I didn't even text him back when he texted me about Brian that day. And then But then I can't remember if it was later on that night or if it was the next day that Bill's Live was held, and then when we heard the recording the other night, and now I'm just confused on where the hell Jeremy stands with people, because I would like to know.
Staying out rock by my goddamn self.
Well, I'm just saying, like, listen, if you know that you don't like me, right? Okay, if somebody doesn't like me, like, they're not somebody that I sit in boxes with every day, every other day, every 2 days, or whatever. They don't come in my room and get in a box, and I don't go in their room and get in a box, right? They ask me to come up or ask them to come over, really. Well, okay, so I understand when something happens to somebody, most people have that decent kindness in their heart, so they're either going to reach out and be like, hey, you know, I hope everything's okay. If you need anything, let me know, da-da-da-da-da. Or, so, like, to want a phone call when we're, like, not even, like, close like that, right? So, and the other people on the phone, like, I'm not close, like, I don't know nothing about these people, really. So, at all, now that I think about it, I've just seen them in the past in chats or in boxes. That's it. And, so for you to kind of ask some questions or whatever about that, like I said, I felt like it was to get some information. And, like I said, not a lot, but, you know, it was there. Well, then, to ask me about the situation with Kenzie, and then I don't know what, maybe he was asking her the same thing, and I don't know what she was giving him, and I was giving him the pieces that I had of whatever, and for him to say, oh, that's fucked up, and then to pretty much say that in the same sentence, in the same way that day, but then when she comes in, we had been sitting there all day in that room, she would not come in that motherfucking room, and then how's he going to get there and say, I might can get her in here, fucking shoot one text and she's there. Like, that's bullshit. And then fucking railroad my ass to change the whole subject to take the fucking fire off of her. Because that's exactly what that was, and I don't know if everybody called on to it or not, but I did.
I don't know, but I will tell you this, that bullshit last night, man, like, I straight said, like I said, man, I owned up to what I did, I owned up to my wrong, I apologize for what I did was wrong, because it wasn't, I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, it wasn't politically correct on what I did, for just, you know, calling a spade, you know, and I fucked up, I owned up to it, so I don't know why people are still talking about it and beating around the bush like it had to involve this person or that person, like, I'm the one who fucking did it.
Right. Well, see, and I hadn't heard nothing about it except for last night, and I was really surprised because I was like, what the hell? But I will say
I got like 100 shares that show up to that live, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And I came in and I heard that shit, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
See, I had no idea. Like, because I was like, hell, I wouldn't have not been around this time because I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Well, see, Brian's been finding something that he can just go off on, I feel like, here lately, and if it's not Jerry, then it's I guess Pam, and I'm just like, and I even said, I was like, when he finally dropped it, I was like, why in the fuck do we bring up shit from the past? This always happens. Everybody will be getting along, and then bam, somebody will bring up something from fucking a year ago, and then we're all like, that, like, all the groups that used to sit together can come back together. Everybody can sit together and be cordial, and it'll last them maybe a day or two, and then somebody's got to get in a fucking box and bring up something that happened 2 fucking years ago, and then guess what? All the groups split back up, and everybody's fucking mad at each other. There's 15,000 stories going on from a year ago.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it too is like, just, I don't know, like I said it 100 times before, people have got fucking hobbies instead of sitting on this motherfucker all day and actually did something. It'd be a lot better for everybody, but...
Now, hey, I like to talk and do things too, so I have people to talk to when people are in boxes, and I can be doing stuff like around the house and stuff, so it keeps me, like, it'll keep me busy too. It can keep me lazy also sometimes, but
people just sitting on this motherfucker all day arguing, man, that shit's fucking birds, bro. I can't be doing this shit. I fucking, ugh. It's just mentally, emotionally, physically, everything exhausting. Like, it just puts you in a fucking mood listening to it, dealing with it. It's crazy. I just don't get how, like, these grown women and men can sit here and literally argue all day after day after day. We're going on 3 years now with everything with everybody.
Right.
Holy shit. Like, don't y'all motherfuckers got, like, families to be home to, kids to take care of, a significant other to go fucking get up underneath in bed or something? Like, come on. But, like, Brian this other day in his life, I was like, I just don't have the energy to argue with people like this anymore. I said, yeah, if I'm in a box and like a video's made about me with Kimberly, like, I'll talk a little bit of shit and then I'm done. Like, I don't care. But it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't bug me. It doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I still sleep like a baby at night. I still got money. I still got nice things. I get health. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck what that raggedy ass bitch does with that video about me. That's for the birds, man. Low quality production for a low quality bitch. You know what I mean? Like, hey, say what you want, but I don't
This
know.
app can be depressing. You take on other people's burdens.
Fucking hey, I'll tell you this. If something ever happened to me and I ended up dying or something, I'd make goddamn sure no one ever said a word about it from my family on this motherfucker. That's for goddamn sure.
Oh, I swear. Oh my God.
If something ever happened to me, if I went to prison, if I ended up dying, if I fucking anything, none of you motherfuckers would know. I just quit being around. That's the sad truth of it, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how just negative people are. Like, holy fuck.
Like, it's bad. Like, I just don't get, like, I fucking don't get it.
I
Like a
can't.
bunch of gobblers chasing a hen.
Well, you have to protect your peace, honestly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that things are like that now, that it's
Just,
dog eat dog world, you know.
well, that's
Anyway,
just it, you know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's exactly it. A dog eat dog world. You know, you said it fucking plain as day. Dog eat dog world. It's all fun and games when you poke, but when someone like me pokes back, it's a problem.
And I don't live like that. I don't come from that kind of world, you know. But I'm gonna drop. I've got to get my garage sale going. I'm gonna be listening to my earbuds. And Dak, drive safely and be safe. And
Yeah, no problem.
I hope we can be mutuals or whatever. Okay.
You're good. You're good.
All right. I only wish the best for you, buddy. All right. You're like my kid. Oh, and Dak, I do have to tell you that I've learned a lot from you. So I go to my boys, not to change the subject, but my sons are like 30 and 33, and the one's getting a divorce. Well, he just got divorced. And I said something to them, anyway, about gushers. And they're like, Mother. They're like, Mother, and you would have to know me in the real world. That is not me at all. I'm very, totally different, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, Mother, what have you been doing? Where are you learning all this stuff? My husband goes, she's on TikTok. You should hear her. She talks to the phone. No one's talking back. He says, and then she comes up and she says, oh my gosh, you just can't believe it. And then my husband has to say, because I told this to when we were over in, favored it to Miss Katie. I don't know if she's down there today. But my aunt lives out in Arizona, and she's like 70-something. And her husband had died, and she just started dating. And anyway, and I told Miss Katie, I hear the men out there like the suck toes, because that's what this guy was really, she went home with, was really into. And anyway, and so then my husband had to pipe that off about my aunt. And my sons go, Mother, we're going to take your phone away. But anyway, so
I'm telling you, you should see some of the fucked up ass shit I send to people.
Oh God, you don't understand, I promise. You think that shit was nothing like that shit. They ain't got nothing on what Dak will send you.
Well, and then I was thinking last night that diamond art the Kate showed us. I said, oh my God, this one's another. I was thinking of Dick. I go, oh my God, yeah, have a dick like that one. Oh, that was
Did Katie
horrible.
send you the diamond art, Jack?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
fuck that shit, man. That's fucking. I was like,
Oh yeah, but the other part was worse than that part. Ugh.
I
Hey,
opened my
anyway.
damn Facebook messages
listen.
and I said, fucking A2 with her looks like it's been through that thing. Fuck.
Well, fucking Jennifer was in jail, man, when she was getting her butthole checked out.
Oh,
She
God.
probably bent over and said, "Pay me like one of your French whores."
Oh my God. I'm never gonna live the fucking bending over. I would never live that shit down.
Fuck, surprised you didn't get booger. They didn't stick a finger in your booty hole.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
Oh, that's the thing. Well, you
Yeah,
got
they
booger
checked for
booked up.
package.